You should have seen the look on your face.
Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of the Borderlands LP. In this episode, you might know what we're dealing with, but we just met TK Baja. He's the next kind of big character of the game, and he will help us lead our way to the first boss of the game as well. There will be a couple new things I'm going to be introducing in this episode, but right now, it's going to kind of just be a little basic start, because we just kind of have to go over here and collect some food, so hope you guys all enjoyed the first part. I'm going to be trying to add a couple things into the upcoming parts, testing some stuff out, seeing what's working. This game's a little light on some content aspects, so comparatively to stuff like Borderlands 2, where there's a lot more to talk about. So this game, there'll be a little less like content things, but you'll see some of the new things I'm going to add in this episode in a little bit. But first, we gotta kind of get this boring mission out of the way. Though we do get introduced to a Skag whelp here, which is our first kind of variation of a tougher Skag. But yeah, I hope everyone's day is going fine. Mine going alright. I just kind of got up, decided I was going to record a video today. I've been trying to get some free time to get this next part up, and I decided that, well, right now is a pretty good time to start kind of getting it going. This will probably be a shorter part, so there really won't be too much to it, because this part of the game is going to be a little shorter than most of them. This is kind of still partially the tutorial section. So let's head on back to TK and go turn this in. Yeah, a lot of the missions right now aren't going to be very interesting, but that was kind of the one big drawback of Borderlands 1. Story is not too interesting, but oh, look at it's Marcus, he's back. And we've been doing a good enough job for our crummy little fake business partner to reopen his grenade shop. And apparently, though, I am not a good enough shot to hit this guy. Come here. There we go. Now, there's a funny little story about this mission. So when I first started playing this game, I had to have been like only like, what was it, 2012 this came out? So I was very young. I think I was still in middle school. So, yeah, I, for some reason, struggled a lot with this mission in particular. I did not understand that this opened up and you bought the grenades here. I don't know why this was such a struggle for me to comprehend, but this was just something that my brain could not wrap around. I'm not joking. I probably started, give or take, 3 or 4 characters before I understood that I was supposed to go. Those dialogue lines are really overlapping, but I probably started a good 3 or 4 characters before I understood that that's what I was supposed to do for that. There's not really anything there I want. But yeah, this is just another real easy mission. But I guess hindsight for that, because if I would have told me that as a kid, I would have thought you were lying, because that was oddly a mission that I just could not comprehend. So anyway, we're gonna head on back to TK here.
Hey, newcomer. I've been looking for you.
There it is. We're gonna be headed into the first boss of the game, that being Nine Toes. It's not really too difficult of a boss. I would actually say the side characters are more difficult than the main than the main boss himself. He will be an example of also our first unique variant of a bandit and our first unique variant of a Skag, as that is what his little like minions are. So we're just gonna clean up these pup Skags here and head up. You can kind of see it right there. That is the marking areas for the transitional. There you are. Alright, so let's head on up here. Let's blow this barricade. Let's get on to Skag Gully. Lee TK has something to say. I always accidentally skip this line. Yeah, there it is.
Heard that blast all the way over here. Bam! Time to give Nine Toes a piece of that. Woo! I'm updating your ecosystem with his location. Come and see me once you put his bits to the grinder.
There we go. I always skip that line. It's so delayed from when the explosion happens. Alright, here we are in Skag Gully. As you can see, decently sized area. You kind of spawn in the like middle portion, but we gotta head down here to go kill Nine Toes. You can kind of tell with Borderlands maps wherever the battle arena is. Alright, so let's get heading out. I bought some ammo. Just so when I pick up an assault rifles are pretty good early game. Especially the burst ones, so hopefully I can get a drop here for one of them. As you can see, this is also the first area that we have seen some beefier enemies. Levels are starting to at least get up there a bit. I'm trying to see. I might get enough XP here. I think I will. Yeah, there we go. I was waiting for that. I see I was awfully close to 5. That'll be our first action skill of the game. Unlike the later Borderlands, this one happens at 5 instead of level 2. As you might tell, skill trees are very kind of basic. I'll probably have a more in-depth explanation of bricks in a later video. As you see, skill trees are very basic. It's basically, for brick, the most simplistic term is, this is focused on his action skill. This is kind of focused on like not dying and resilience, and this is focused on explosive and rocket launchers. I will say, minus Lilith, I wouldn't really say any Vault Hunters are particularly broken. They're not well balanced, but none of them are particularly broken. I feel like that's one weakness of the later Borderlands 2 games, is that some, it's like a balancing struggle. Also, you might have just seen where it says the money that we completed a challenge. Those are little mini XP awards. They got replaced by the badass rank in the later games, but they're little XP rewards for doing certain objectives. So we got to hit up the stash. We do get a unique gun in the ladyfinger. I guess I'll use it because it is a unique one. And we have to head on up here. But yeah, like I said, this episode's going to be a little shorter than the last one, probably. It might actually be roughly around the same once I actually do the other stuff that's intended. I don't know. It's going to matter on how quick I can do the side missions that follow after this mission. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to try to upload as regularly as I can. I work in night shifts, so sometimes my sleep schedule is a little wonky, so that might affect the uploads a bit, but we'll have to see. Right now work's not going too bad, so shouldn't affect it too much, but come the latter half of the year, it could be a bit of a break in uploading sometimes, but I will cross that bridge when I get there. Gonna have to fight our way on through here. Game's still pretty easy difficulty-wise right now. Oh, I thought there was a guy right there. I'm imagining enemies, but yeah, once we drop down here, we're gonna see the big bad himself, so let's do it.
You woke the wrong dog. Ah, yeah.
9 toes and 3 balls, so. I don't know how to feel about the 3 ball comment, but here are what I consider to be the harder part, but I believe Brick's action skill is pretty well against them. Yeah, within reason. These guys can be annoying a bit because they do have defense on the front part of them, so damage does get lessened a bit, but it seems to be Brick's skill did pretty well against them, and it should be able to kill Ninetales before it runs out. Yes, it did. So that fight went incredibly quick. He does also drop our first elemental weapon, so I'll take it. There are a couple white chests, so there's one. Sniper, shotgun, and then there is also a red chest down here.
That's my stuff.
But that does end up be the end of like the tutorial / first chapter of the game with Ninetales dead now, so he's really a hard boss. I don't think many of the bosses are hard in this game. I'd actually argue that probably the second boss and the final boss are probably the hardest in the game. And also probably, I mean, the second boss is probably the most iconic boss in this game, along with the last boss. So.
That was the first step on your journey. You must listen. Who I am is not important. The first thing you must know, the vault is real. People will mislead you. They will try to use you, not be swayed in your purpose. The vault is here, and we will find it. This world is full of dangers. Steel yourself and go. I'll be watching.
Alright, so while I walk back to TK Baja's, I am going to introduce one of the new aspects of the videos. So I will see you guys all when I get back. Hello everyone, and welcome to what I hope to be a constant part in this new series. As you can see on screen, I'm going to be trying to go over some of the areas that we're going to be going into, such as right now, Skag Gully. You'll see that it's going to go over the main enemies you're going to find in the area, which in this case are going to be Skags, Bandits, and then Racks. Racks we haven't got into yet. We will see them while we're doing the TK side missions. It goes the same with Scar, as we've already seen Ninetales, Pinky, and Digit. Scar is going to be one of the side bosses that we're going to see during the mission TK's Life and Limb. Speaking of those missions, as you can see towards the bottom, there's going to be an overlay of all the missions in the area that are side quests. So it's going to be TK's Life and Limb, by Seeds of Our Pants, and Why Are They Here? Why Are They Here? The only one that's not going to be given by TK in this situation, and will instead be found in the area once you re-entered it after handing in the Ninetales mission. So we are back in TK, so we're going to turn this in. I hope you guys enjoy the new addition that I'm going to try to do these videos. Kind of want to do like an overlay for each of the areas that we visit, so I will eventually do Firestone. It's just I want to wait for the area to open up a bit, but we're going to have to return to Zed here to finish off this mission chain. Collect XP from these guys really quick. But yeah, it's one of the new ideas I'm going to bring in. I'm also going to mess around with a couple other ideas. That's probably the main one for right now that I'm going to add in. I'll probably look around adding in a couple other things, but so I kind of want to try to be a little bit like helpful tutorially. Yeah, I'm sure there's not a lot of people that are looking for advice from the first game, but when we get to the later games, I think it'll be useful to some people to kind of get that tutorial base.
Well, I'll be damned. You killed Ninetales. You should get me a drink to celebrate.
So we do get a grenade mod here, our first of the game. Grenades are a lot more simplistic as well in this game. The big ones are Merv, which is splits out several grenades when you throw it. Healing grenades, just basic. What are the other ones? Bouncing Betties, I believe, are in this game. I believe there's 5 types in total. But usually the main one I will use is the healing. Right now I'm probably going to go down Berserker, so I can look at the duration. Can't look at some grenade mods. There should be. I don't know, actually. Well, there's one getting sold here. That's another one, Sticky. Yeah, I don't think it's really worth buying that right now. So this is bodyboard. It's pretty much the main way you're going to get any side quests in the game. You see we have 2. We have TK Baja has some work, and then Catch a Ride. Catch a Ride is the main storyline. I'm not going to touch that one in this episode.
People ask, catch a ride near Firestone is more busted than my mama's girl parts. Real appreciate you taking a poke at that. The system, not my mom. Down to Skag, know what I'm saying?
Alright. That's Scooter. One of probably the more iconic characters from the earlier installments of the game. Sadly, though, was killed off in Tales of the Borderlands, so he didn't get to make his return in 3 or I think it's Wonderland. But yeah, it's gonna be our first instance of side questing with TK Baja over here. He's a bit of a side quest chain in Skag Gully. He has 2 to be in particular. They're both not too hard, so I'm gonna go head over to Skag Gully and get over there. I will begin off with these side quests.